Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Rohit. Today we'll talk about the project management. So last few days we talked about the PPM module. So this is the continuation part of the PPM module called projects. So last few days we discussed that how we can create the idea, how we can create the demand, and from the idea how we can convert the demand, and from the demand how we can create the project. So today we'll basically talk about the projects. Before I start the video, please like, share and subscribe my channel to get these types of video. If you get value from my video, please share with your community. So project is a bigger thing, so we'll split it into the many various part and we'll discuss one by one. So very first thing I want to discuss about the execution time. When your project is getting created, it have a very important parameter called execution time, which is the by default will be created the waterfall model. If you go to the plugins, there is a one more plugin called Agile plugins. If you have not installed the plugin, this execution type will be remain read only. You cannot change the execution type. Once you install the plugins, you will be able to see in the drop down there is a three options called execution type. One is the waterfall model, another is the agile, and third is the hybrid. Hybrid means that waterfall plus agile. So execution type will be this read only field will be enabled if you only install the plugin called agile. I'll show you. So if you can see my screen, here is the Agile Development. It have a matching three apps, which is that Agile Development Unified Backlog, Agile Development 2.0 ATF Test, and Agile Development 2.0. These three combined package is called Agile Development. If you turn on this Agile Development plugins, then only your project execution type will be enabled. Otherwise, this field will be remain read only. I change these to hybrid. So what is the agile? What is the waterfall model? Let's discuss that. Waterfall model means that you can create a project task. From the project task, you can create the change request. But in the agile method, you can create sprint, you can create story, everything you can do by agile type. And hybrid is the combination of the agile and the waterfall model. So let's change that to hybrid and save that. So once you change the project type is hybrid, you will be able to see few more related link called agile planning tracking create agile phase. So these two related links are new, and also if you scroll down you will be able to see one tab called agile phase story epic. These are the new tabs will be available after you change your project execution type from your normal to, I mean, from the waterfall to the hybrid or agile. So these are story epics and then create agile phase. These are the coming from the agile. Okay. Now today we'll not talk about this project task or agile phase. We'll talk about basically few minor things in the projects. Very first thing is that if you remember that this project is created from a demand, and whatever information was present from the demand, it's directly copied over from the demand. And if you see the details, portfolio, it's already set and which is coming from the demand, and the program is also coming from the demand only. We'll talk another session, the portfolio and program, in the later part. We'll talk today finance part. So in the finance part, few values are copied. Last time we discussed that the planning OPEX is 500, and then planning capital we discussed about the 100, and planned benefit we manually put into 5,000. So now today what we'll do, here you can see the budget cost is completely blank right now. What we'll do, we'll create a budget. To create the budget, what we'll have to do, you have to click the project budget, and here you have to define the project budget. So this is the financial year of 2022, and our capital budget may be capex budget might be 5,000, and then opex budget is the 4,000. Let's take an example like that. And then total budget is the 9,000. So $9,000 is our total budget for this project, and then this is divided by to the capital budget and the operational budget. Before that, you can see that our budget cost is right now showing in the left side. You can see that the zero. Now, once I click OK, it budget will be updated here. And also, if you see here, if I scroll down before I do that, if I scroll down, project budget here, everything is right now blank until unless I create a budget. So let's create a budget for that project. So we click OK. So project budget is created, and right now the project budget is the 9,000. Okay. Now, if you go back to that, if I scroll down here, you can see that in the project budget section, it have that the breakdown called financial year 2020. The capital budget is this is the one, and this is the operational budget, and total budget is that. So it is already coming from there only. Now we'll talk about that plan benefit. If you remember that the plan benefit we manually put to our previously what we did, the plan benefit we put from our actually manually and the demand. So it is copied from there. So what we'll do, we'll remove that and put as a zero and save that first. What we'll do, the planned benefit can be populated from here, the monetary benefit plan. So let's do that. I'll click new here, and instead of manually putting there, we can define the monetary benefits like that. So what we'll do once you save that, you can see the planned benefit is 10,000 because which is coming from. So this, you can see the plan benefits is coming from 10,000, which is coming from here, the monetary benefit plan, which is coming here. So non-monetary benefits is the another section where you can create the multiple things, but these won't be affect your plan benefit, or this won't be affect your financial. So let's create another non-monetary benefit plans. I'll click here. Basically, if you notice that this is pointing, the benefit plan is pointing to the same table, only difference is the benefit type. So if you change that monetary benefit, you can see the financial sections. If you select the non-monetary, you'll be able to see that this is the non-monetary details. And here I have the different way. So let's do that measure. You can put the percentage, hours, or anything. So I'll put the count and then thousands maybe. And I can select the automatic maybe and submit. All right, so our project is rectifying here. So here is the thing, you can see one more things here. Right now I don't have defined the project manager. It should have there should have someone who should is managing this project, should have assigned to as a project manager. This is the percentage of complete, which is right now zero, because if you see there is no project task which is right now we have created. We'll talk this part in the later. And if you see assignment groups and assigned to, we have not defined that. So here is the another things. If you go to the preferences, last time in the demand, if you see in the preferences, there are options to create or close the demand whenever the project is getting created, or the close the demand whenever the project is completed. So this option is there. Right now in the preference, there are many options. First option is that allow time card reporting on project and project tasks. So time card, we'll discuss the time card management after some times. And then another option is the update actual effort from the time card. So from the time card, if you see the detailed sections, we have actually actual start and end date. So this will be populated from the time card or not. So that option is here. The calculation should happen automatically. The percentage completion should happen automatically or not. Show the program status report or not. So here is the another thing called derive assignee from the resource plan or not. So if you see here assign to right now, it is showing all the user who have actually the project role. So they are able to access this, they are able to set as assigned to. But if I check that derive from resource plan, so only the person who is added to the resource plan, they will be able to add into the assign to. Right now we don't have any resource plan, so we'll discuss the resource plan in next video. So right now our resource plan is blank here, and that's the reason we cannot select any of these user until unless there is any resource plan. So right now the none of the user is visible. Previously there are some user, so once I select that one, so it will be derived from the resource plan. Now here I'll go and bottom there is the option called recalculate score on the project changes. Whenever the project state will be changes, the calculation will be happens. This is the one of these all are preferences. If you want, you can change those details. Okay. One more thing I just want to talk here. The one bug or one things I noticed that the project phase, initialize, planning, execution, delivering, closing, these stages are coming from the project phase, which will be not affected till now. So which out of box this project phase will not be affected, but if you build your own customization, this phase can be affected. But for the out of box, if you create the project task, if you close the project task, it won't be affect anything on your project phase. So the out of box, this is nothing is happening. Now I'll simply open one more thing. Important thing is the project workbench. So project workbench is the actual planning console, or you can say that this is the place, centralized place where you can see actual project status. Okay, so you can see at the top my project name is showing, and this is the starting date and this is my end date of the project. And right now nothing is there because there is no actual phases or there is no actual task is there. Okay, we'll keep on adding the task. So here the details, in the details sections you will be able to see actual project here. You will be able to see actual details. And then analytics is that the options where you can see the reports. Now you can see here you will be able to see the actual reports. The right now risk is 1, change request is 1, this is status is green, percentage of complete is 0%, and the time elapsed is the 2%. This is the cost trend. You can see non-monetized versus the actual benefits. You can see here everything you can see in the graphical. So let's go back to the resource right now. So in this resource you can see everything is right now blank because we have not planned anything right now so far for this project. And if you go back to the financials, you will be able to see all the financial parts whatever we have put so far. So if you see the financial part, we have a budget. We talked about that capital budget is 5,000, operational budget is the 4,000, total budget is 9,000. Here the planned cost for these is the 1.5, and we have not start anything so far. That's the reason actual cost is right now 0. Planned return we are expecting that 8.5k, and this is our benefits that we can get. So these are all the details we have. You can see that month wise the cost breakup. So we'll discuss further. Going back to the status report, right now there is no report. You can schedule the report. We can do that. Okay, let's go back and you can create the checklist from the project. It's like you can say that check manager is identify, resources are identify. So these are the checklist. Whenever the project will be executed, this checklist should be checked. Now going back to the planning console, here you have one is the project one workbench. Another option is the planning console. Here we'll discuss further in this planning console. But let's say this is our. I'll just show you the overview. So this is the planning console, how that planning console looks like. If you see the what is the difference, the workbench is the straight line. Here is the planning console is that actually that how you can plan. So you can see this is showing the monthly, like for every day, you can minimize that and you can say that the quarter wise you want to see. So this is January, February, March. And here bottom you will be able to see our project is ended on the August and just started with the January. Here is the green small line which is mentioned that these are the overdue. It means that the date is already gone. These are the date already gone, and we can mark as a show critical path for the project we can do. So another cool feature is this the planning console or the project workbench is that you can export this whole project, and then you can or else you can import the whole project. How we can do? Right click here, you can see that import from the MS project. So if your project inside in the MS project, you can import. Otherwise, you can even export this project, complete project in the MS project format, or you can XML or CSV format. So this is the coolest features is that is given by the ServiceNow, that you can export your projects. Even you can import the projects. Okay. So going back to our project, I'll first create one task which is called maybe I'll do a task. Here you can see this is the option to add the task, or else you can add the task below like that. You can select any of these options. So I'll click here and then I'll create a task. Now you can see that our project or our task is getting created, and if I right click here and if I click edit, you will be able to see the actual task details, and you can see there is a one red mark in the left side. You will be able to see that one red mark. It is means that it is overdue. What is mean the overdue? Means this task is not started yet. The date is already gone. So this is the current date today, and this uh, task start date is already back. I mean, it's already past date. So that is the, it means that it is overdue. You can update that. So I'll go here, edit. You can see this project task is status is right now red because it is overdue. The state is by default pending state because we have not started, and this is the date. The start date is the supposed to be 14, which is gone already, and maybe end date is the, I'll put the today's date. Okay, and simply update that. Now you will notice that one small things or small issue or whatever we can call that small benefits, that once I set the project task is start from today and starting from the 11th and it is end on today, it means that automatically project task another this project timeline is minimized because you can see it's ended on today only. So you will keep on adding the project date timeline will be also keep on increasing. Okay. So you will keep on creating the task planning. You can keep on planning the creation of the task, and the project timeline will be keep on increasing. So this is our project. I'll quickly open that, and if you see that so if you see that dates here, so this is the starting date, which is the 14th, and the approved end date. Well, I mean that should be end by this one. This is our approved date, and right now we are able to plan so far on that 121, which is the today's date. So till now the day we are able to plan because in the project task our so far ended is this is the one. So we'll keep on adding, and if you see, I'll open this task. Now you will be able to see that this task is basically the waterfall project task, because if I add that and add the phase type, So there is a phase type field. I'll add that. You will be able to see that what is the phase type for this one, and this phase is the waterfall model. So by default, whatever task will be created, the task will be the waterfall model. So I'll come here. So you can see this is the phase type, which is the waterfall model. So that's it for today. The next day we'll talk about the resource planning, and then we'll talk about that different type of project task we can create it, and then how from the project task it will be generate that story from the project task, how it can create that change request, and then how the percentages project percentage is getting calculated, everything, resource plan, time cut, all those details we'll talk one by one. So that's it for today. Thank you very much. If you like my video, please like, share, and subscribe my channel. We'll talk to you later. Thanks.